You want to go talk to that guy over there?
No, he looks so pro-y. Definitely not. And that, kids, is what you don't want to happen.
Like, what if you were missing out on making connections just because of people making assumptions about who you are?
We judged him solely based on what we saw and the way that he was acting. It told us a lot, seemingly, about who he is. And it was someone that we didn't really want to interact with that day.
What if we told you there's an easy way to not have that happen to you? An easy way to showcase who you really are through your outfits. We created the unified theory of men's expressive fashion to make it easy to put together outfits to represent who you really are, so nobody can just prejudge you for who you really are.
Hi, I'm Jenny.
I'm Juliet, and we're
Aces Wilder.
We're here to show men how to create epic outfits so they can make lasting and fulfilling interactions and connections. We do this with our curated clothes on our Amazon idea list,
as well as on aceswilder.com, where we curate from a number of brands that we really, really love.
This video is a part of a series about the unified theory of men's expressive fashion. If you haven't already, make sure to watch parts 1 and 2 in here.
As a reminder, our unified theory of men's expressive fashion contains 3 parts. Part 1 is foundation,
which means the self-evaluation and the external review.
Step 2 is integration,
which is style elements and fit.
Step 3 is application,
which is outfit components and grooming. Today we're going to talk about the archetype of the self-evaluation. In the first part, the foundation, we talk about self-evaluation, which is so important. The self-evaluation is the part that makes sure you understand who you are, how comfortable you are with self-expressing, and also what fits your body.
If you remember, there were 3 pieces of the self-evaluation. There were psychological, physical, and emotional. Today, we're covering psychological.
The psychological part is really based on the archetype. We dress men by the 4 mature man archetypes, which are
warrior, mystic, and lover. And if you are all 3 combined, then you are the king.
Here actually is an example of a video where we take someone from 2 archetypes into 3, like the king. So archetypes are actually found within everyone. You're actually any of the 3 at once. It might just depend on the stage of life that you're in, what's going on in society, basically what you are focused on in this moment. We believe that there's 2 parts of dressing like an archetype. The first is being seen for who you really are on the inside, so people can tell right away when they see you, oh, I'm gonna have this sort of interaction with you. And we'll go into detail soon about what kind of interactions go with each sort of archetype. Second part of dressing as an archetype is that you can actually utilize this as a self-development tool. You can say, hey, you know, I don't really feel like I'm embodying my warrior enough. So you can actually just dress like the warrior, and it's been well documented. There's this thing called the Batman effect. So you start dressing that way, and suddenly you can just step into and start embodying the characteristics of that avatar.
Our society is no stranger to archetypes. They've been peppered throughout our culture, from Greek mythology all the way to video games. If you ever played any video games, you know that one of the first things you do when you pick a character is decide, are you a magician? Do you want to be a fighter with a sword or a gun? Or are you going to be a bard?
And those are basically the warrior, the mystic, and the lover. Because there's such a deep association with everything we see in culture, from books, movies, to video games, that makes it really easy for us to gain that and use it to create better interactions.
Organizing your psychology into archetypes will also make it a lot easier for you to shop for and create cohesive outfits.
Before we jump into describing all the archetypes, you might be wondering, can I just figure out what an archetype is? Well, there's an easy way. You can take our interactive quiz journey at aceswilder.com/journey.
Linked down below. Let's talk about all of the different archetypes. First one we want to talk about is the most popular archetype for men. The archetype that most young boys like to identify with. Generally, the main character of shows and movies and even video games. It is the warrior.
So the warrior is known for his ability to take action, decisive action, to have the discipline to achieve and to have the mastery of his craft.
If you are a warrior, it's likely that people around you feel very safe. They feel like you're action-oriented, you are disciplined, you take initiative, and you have a lot of perseverance.
As we said, some examples of famous warriors. William Wallace from Braveheart.
Batman, Khal Drogo. So we're going to talk a little bit about how to integrate and apply a warrior look.
We'll cover the color, texture, pattern, and the fit of each archetype. So what does a warrior wear? But make sure you stay tuned because there's actually some things that you might be surprised about.
In terms of color, I think of very strong, grounded colors like black, red, browns. But what you might not expect is I actually associate neon colors with warrior.
Because neon colors can also be very tactical. So maybe like a neon green or a neon orange that kind of reminds you of that take charge color.
In terms of texture, warriors need to wear fabrics that are durable and strong. When I think of warrior clothes, I think about things like denim, like a heavy denim, or something like a tactical material, and of course, leather.
So what about patterns? So for a warrior, a pattern might be too excessive, except camo.
Camo is made for warriors, and nowadays there's so many different fun ways to do camo. It's not really a pattern, it's more just about the coloring on the fabric looks a little bit worn and destroyed. It just looks like someone has really done a lot of stuff in it.
For warrior fit, warriors wear things that are fitted, that show off their physique for sure. We're talking about things like vests that show off the arms, or maybe like more fitted shirts that kind of show off your bod.
Jackets that give off a lot of warrior energy are maybe like a military style coat. Generally, there's a lot of embellishment around the shoulders, really accentuating that shape.
Our favorite accessories. Really, you're looking for things that have military embellishments. So maybe it's those cool military buttons or those kind of shoulder lapels. Maybe it's just having more pockets. We know you men love pockets. They're really useful and tactical. Things with zippers. Also maybe harnesses and wrist guards. The next archetype is the mystic.
Mystic is a pretty underrated character in most movies and books, but it's usually the most important one. This is someone who provides a lot of clarity and awareness and transformation.
So often in movies, mystics are cast as like older, so like Dumbledore or Gandalf. But in recent years, we even have Doctor Strange. He's a sexy mystic. If you are a mystic, likely you are super curious, you are always trying to understand how the world works, and you show up for your community.
You're the friend that someone likes to call when something happens. They trust you for your advice. They feel good about learning from you. What do mystics look like?
4, colors. So mystics are in tune with nature. So what does that mean? Colors that are really earth tones, white, neutrals, browns, even maybe like sage green.
Mystics are really connected to nature, and same for their textures. When we think about fabrics, think organic. Things like cotton, hemp, other organic fabrics.
So for the patterns, it's also totally fine for a mystic not to have too much pattern, something too busy, because maybe they don't have time for so much crazy. But if there is a pattern, I would say something that looks really tribal. Or maybe something that looks like a little bit natural, so classy bronze.
Again, because mystics are generally someone with a ton of knowledge, it's really reminiscent of the history of the culture. So a mystic from ancient China might look very different from South America. So there's a lot of beautiful, beautiful places to draw inspiration as you're thinking about dressing as a mystic.
For the fit, flowy. The mystic floating across the earth. So we're talking about things like kimonos, maybe you're wearing them open, and there's just a lot of flow and fringe.
Think about all of the iconic mystic type of people from our history. You have monks who wear flowy clothes, you have priests who wear flowy clothes, professors used to wear very flowy robes, and so it has always just been a thing where men of knowledge who identify with their mystic side like to wear flowy things.
We always want to talk about the thing that creates a little pizzazz for your outfit, and that is accessories. Accessories for the mystic. We love things like stone bracelets, beaded necklaces, maybe things that kind of reminiscent to spirituality or tribal times, ancient times. Our favorite thing though is the flat brim hat.
Platform hats are really great. There's a lot of different ways to even accessorize the hat. Maybe there's a little bit of a feather on the side, maybe there's some beads going around the brim. Generally, if you're accessorizing to look more on the mystic side, for accessories, same thing, go with the organic. Not super polished stones, not super shiny silvers or other metallics, things that just look natural and rustic.
The lover! The lover archetype is unfortunately a piece that society has not allowed men to embody as much recently. So this is where you can really try to stand out. The lover archetype is about emotion, artistry, sensuality.
Some examples of lovers in modern culture are Jake Gatsby, Jack Dawson from Titanic, or Bastian, Ryan Gosling's character in La La Land.
If you are a lover, you likely love appreciating the arts and music. Likely you love bringing beauty into the world and creating community around you. What does the lover wear?
It's so much fun. So lovers are bright and sparkly and colorful and just all of the things that you think about when you think artist, musician, community maker. For colors, it's just colorful, bright, playful, shiny.
So metallics, silver and gold, sparkly things totally work.
Texture-wise, this is where it gets really fun. Nothing's really off the table from a texture perspective for lover, but there's a couple of things that really make the lover outfit pop. Things like fringe and spandex
And sequins.
and shiny fabrics. There's so many different options nowadays. Think like Elvis.
So for patterns, maybe the other archetypes don't wear patterns as much, but the lover definitely does. The bolder, the better. Just be careful when you're putting on these different patterns because maybe you only want pattern on top or just the bottom. Don't try to overwhelm us with the pattern. The lover is really saying, hey, come talk to me. So for the fit, definitely, again, just think playful. So you want to be able to look like, hey, I'm on the dance floor and come dance with me. So a really good example of different fits are like disco look. So maybe we're talking about those bell-bottom pants, maybe we're talking about leggings or meggings, and anything that just kind of invites people to come talk to you and maybe even touch you, and furry coats, fringy sequins.
Interesting cuts. Just looks really interesting and makes people want to come up and tell you that they love your outfit.
And lastly, our favorite again, accessories.
Accessories!
The lover is about interacting with people. So whatever it is that you want to accessorize with, maybe it's chunky jewelry, maybe it's a cool hat, things that are going to make you stand out of the crowd and people say, hey, that's an awesome fill in the blank.
I think there's a fine line between dressing as a lover that is meant to start conversation but still really showcasing who you are on the inside, and dressing in costume. Especially when you're trying to express your inner lover, we want you to make sure to stay within the principles of our unified theory to make sure you have the interaction that you want.
That is covering in depth what each archetype is. You ask yourself, what kind of interactions do I want? What do I want people to know about me when they first see me? So if I want to show off that, hey, I'm really strong and protective, today I might dress more like a warrior. If I want to show off as, hey, look at me, I'm so fun and inviting, come talk to me, I might try to go for more of the lover pieces. Here's a couple pieces of advice. If you are new to expressing yourself, try just wearing one archetype at a time. The one that resonates with you the most. Just try to create an outfit that is cohesive to that one archetype. If you are getting comfortable with expressing, then you try to start mixing 2 or even maybe 3 archetypes at once together. And remember, when it makes sense when you can do all 3 at once, you're dressing like a king. Or you can do just one piece, like the king's coat is the king's coat because it embodies all 3 archetypes. It has shiny, so a metallic like the lover. It has these kind of military buttons like the warrior, and it's actually a little bit longer on the body, so it looks more mystic.
It's so fun to discover the archetypes and figure out how to dress like them and which part of yourself you want to express.
Yes, this is the absolute, our most secret tip to dressing like yourself and getting the interactions that you like. We hope this video was so helpful. If it was, definitely give us a like.
We will be making new content every week to walk you through this journey of the unified theory of men's expressive fashion.
As always, you should subscribe to get the latest on the clothing for your journey. Bye.